In any city, in any country, go to any mental institution or halfway house and you can get yourself to. When you reach the front desk, ask to visit someone who calls himself the holder of the past. At the last syllable of your sentence, his eyes should open wide and stare at you as if he was attempting to see past your skin into your soul. Don't ask any questions, because he won't speak to you. And in the case that he does, he'll wish he hadn't. He'll take you down a long hallway and you'll walk with him for what'll seem like hours. Stare straight ahead the entire time, for if you look at the floor, walls, or ceiling of the hallway, you'll run into a dead end, and the worker will pursue you with a hellish bloodlust until you're completely disemboweled. After exactly 350 paces, the worker will stop, turn around, and pull a watch out of his pocket. He'll turn the dial backward 1 hour, and at that point, you'll have 1 hour to complete your task. If you don't, then there are no words to describe your fate. The lights will go out for exactly 3 seconds, and when they turn back on, you'll be in a room with no doors and a red-tinted skylight shaped like a pentagram. This'll cast a blood-red star in the middle of the room where a splintered cherry table with 2 seats will be. Sitting at the seat closest to you, look up, look down again, and a man with long, dirty black hair will be face down on the table. He'll answer to one question: where did he once stand? The man will speak not of a place that exists on any map, but will describe the room in painfully grotesque detail. Pay very close attention. He'll enumerate exactly how many of what horrible object hang from spears protruding from the walls. You have the rest of the hour to find the room and sit in his throne. If you fail, I suggest you become armed, heavily. His throne is object 15 of 538. If brought together, he may once again return. In any city, in any country, go to any mental institution or halfway house you can get yourself to. When you reach the front desk, ask to see someone who calls himself the holder of the future. Do not follow if the attendant offers to show you the way. He's not the true guide, and will lead you into madness. The true guide will fail silent and hand you a sheet of paper on which the way forward is written in lines of blood and fire. Walk forward, concentrating on the writing. If your focus doesn't waver, you'll pass through both desk and man to find yourself in a long disused hallway. It may once have seemed opulent, full of color and promise, but the walls are now stained and the carpet is black and filthy. As you pass through the hall, images will flicker in previously unseen windows. It may seem that, from the corner of your eye, you see friends long dead beckon to you, or lost lovers turned young and new once more as they offer themselves to you again. Voices seem to whisper that the windows hold second chances, opportunities to make things right. You can choose again, they seem to say, but you mustn't look up from the paper in your hands. To do so is to glimpse fully what watches you from outside, and that will leave you at an end truly beyond salvation. Accounts differ as to hallway's ultimate, impossible length. Some say that you must continue to walk until you have glimpsed each of all your possible futures through the windows. Others imply that the closer the time of uniting approaches, the shorter one will find the journey to the end of the hall. If the latter is true, may all who enter find their path long beyond reckoning. You may only look fully away from the paper at the end of the hallway, and even there, you may never look behind you. The door before you leads into a ballroom that, like the hallway, has fallen from its former bright elegance into filth and despair. Move forwards into the gloom until the door and all the chance of escape are lost behind you. Walk with care. The holder watches you even now. The path forward once passed straight through the center of the room, but the center has not held over the many years, and the way has drifted. You may never find your way if it has drifted too far, and you'll spend the rest of your unnaturally long life wishing you had given yourself to the window's half-glimpsed temptations. If you're fortunate, however, you'll find a single point where the little light remaining fades away completely, and there you must close your eyes and wait, regardless of what should happen next. If you have pleased the holder, you'll come to hear a cat's soft purr, and you'll feel its warmth twining around your feet. You must keep your eyes closed until a voice has asked you, "What will you do with them?" 3 times. To answer the first or second time will turn the purrs to snarls as the touch of 1,000 razored claws pricks your throat. Only after the third and final time may you open your eyes. In front of you will be a woman lying on a bed, as with the rooms that preceded her chamber. She might long ago have been stunningly beautiful, and though she lies naked on her bed, she is nauseatingly fat, her skin pockmarked with bed sores and dead flesh and syphilitic blooms. Hundreds of cats cluster around her. Eventually one will come to stand expectant at your feet. Speak only to this one, telling him, "I will do what I must." He'll then teach you the language of the cats, and once you have learned the others will tell you a secret that was never meant for human ears. You must never reveal it until such time when you have nothing else in the world to give. Cats are jealous creatures and delight in the pain of those who betray their trust. Their secret is Object 16 of 538. I may speak no more of it.